Well, hello, hello, hello. Happy Pi Day for those of you that are mathematicians or people like me that just want another reason to eat some pie. That's what I did today. I hope you're having a happy Thursday. My name is Cheryl Abernathy, and I'm the owner of Elegant Sentiments today. And we are here with our weekly greeting card share, and this is number 28. So let's go ahead and get started. Okay, so let's see here. We are starting with the online exclusive from Stampin' Up. This is called Magnolia Mood, and it is a gorgeous, gorgeous stamp set. Look at all the beautiful detail in those stamps. They almost look like a distinctive stamp, but they're not. But they are gorgeous, let me tell you. But we're not using the stamps today. If you check out my blog tomorrow, you'll see a card that I made using this bundle. But for today, these are the stamp sets, and these are the coordinating dies. So for today, we're going to be using this die out of this bundle. And we're also going to be using from the scallop contours dies. We're going to be using these two, the two larger dies from these. I'm telling you, if you don't have these scallop contours dies, you should get them because they have so many uses. I pull them out all the time, and they're great when you need a card that's going to come together very quickly and look very elegant. You want to go for those. But this is the bundle that we're using today. Actually, the dies from this bundle, Magnolia Mood. And this is an online exclusive. You won't see this in any catalog. These are only online at stampinup.com or Elegant Sentiments at stampinup.net. And then for our embellishments, we're going to be using the Blooming Pearls again. I really like them, as you can tell, because I'm using them a lot. And then these are the colors that we're using: Moody Mauve, Bubble Bath, and Soft Succulent. So those are the core products that we're going to be using for today's card. And here is the card. It is, as I shared, we used that die, and I didn't do anything with the inside of this one yet. And then we stamped some on the envelope to coordinate. So I guess I did use one of the stamps. So that is the project. And I do have some things prepped already. Of course, I have the envelope is already prepped and ready to go. I just stamped using that single rose twice on the envelope front and flap. And then we have an A2 card base made out of basic white cardstock, thick basic white cardstock. And then here is the die that I cut out of basic white cardstock. And look, that's got, I don't know if you can see that, the detail in this die, but there's beautiful detail in that die. I love that. So we're going to be working with that today. And then this is, I popped this panel up with some foam adhesive. And then these are the two die cuts that I made with the scallop contours dies, one each in basic white. And then we have one piece of Moody Mauve cardstock, and this measures 4 1/8 by 5 3/8. So that's really the only measurement for today's project is this one. So we'll get started. Let's go ahead and do our blending. I colored this die cut with ink and blending brushes. So I used, you're probably wondering, how did I do that with the big blending brushes? Well, I used little blending brushes. Oh, we are going to use a little bit of Weka Stella too. But these are blending brushes, smaller ones that I got from Amazon. And if you're interested in having these, they're really nice if you want to do ink blending on smaller areas. I found them really, really helpful. So we're going to start with, I got a piece of bleached out cardstock here, so I'm going to use that to so that you can actually see. I don't know, maybe you can probably see it. Yeah, I'll put it on there because I don't want to risk messing up my panel with ink. Okay, so we'll start with the Moody Mauve. We're going to put that around the edges of our flower. And if you have a sticky mat, you can use a sticky mat for this. I didn't, just because, you know, it's a small piece, and I just, the way that I colored it, I can actually use my fingers. So I just used the blending brush and just going to go around all of the tops of the petals with the darker Moody Mauve, and just blend that down a little bit. And we'll just go all around the tops of these petals, the bigger petals on the leaves. And I go around both ways so you can get in deep down in there, in those little lines that are in this leaf, these petals, I mean, and just go around the edges with the little brushes. And I'm going to get this guy too. Just get it on there. And it doesn't have to be exact, just generally going around with these blending brushes. I'll tell you, these are nice little teeny brushes, which are perfect for something like this. I did start out trying to do it with the bigger, even the small blending brushes that we carry, but it was just a little bit too big. So this works out really nicely. And I think on this one, I'm going to go over here to get the top of that and blend it in. And let's see what else. So I will get this guy. Boy, my stamp pad is really, really juicy. So I'm getting a lot of color. Here, I want to do, I think I want to do up here on this part. Just kind of have to look around and see what suits your fancy when you think about where you're putting the dark versus the light on this one. But that's what I did with this one. I want to pick up this little piece here as well. And it goes, the thing I like about using blending brushes is you don't have to be good at coloring, because I'm not. And that's why I like using the blending brushes, because they're really fairly foolproof. You can't really screw it up too much. And I like that. And then I think that's pretty good. Yeah, I think that's pretty good. I might go and get this a little more on this one here. Get some dark around this edge. Okay, so once you have it, the tips the way you want them, then I go in with the bubble bath. Let me close this up. And then we'll take the bubble bath and just blend in. If you start, let's start here. Blend in from the top and just bring it down. Bring that color down till it lightens up at the edges or the center, and just. And if you like these brushes and want to know how to get them, I have a link in the comments and also in the description for this. And you want to be careful. I want to leave that center white. I don't want any color in that center. But if you like color in the center, you can color it. It's all about what you like and what appeals to you. So just start at that top and blend it on down. And if you go both directions, it kind of helps it get into any creases or crevices that you have. Now my bubble bath is not quite as juicy as my Moody Mauve. So it's making me work a little bit harder to get that color in there. And I'll grab this little piece, but it goes pretty quickly, I think. Start at the top, bring it down, and you can leave that center as light as you want. But it's very relaxing doing coloring, and since I'm not good at coloring, blending is my. Let me start up a little bit higher here. There we go. Really, really easy to do. And if you, like, I see a spot here that I want a little bit more of that Moody Mauve. So I'm just going to take the brush. There's still ink in this brush, so I'm just going back over it with that. And we'll go back to the bubble bath to finish up. And it looks pretty funny starting out, but when you're done, it looks very nice, I think. And then you come down, and that's really it for the flowers. Then we want to come over here and grab this flower and this flower. And so at the base of this, we want a little bit darker. So we'll start there and then work our way out. And just start at the base with a lot of color and then let it lighten out as you move up. That's so you can see it. And then move it out, let it lighten up. And then it gives you some nice variation when you do that. If you keep your brush on for flowers, I think this is really a nice touch. It helps them look a little more realistic. And this little teeny guy over here will do the same thing. Put some dark color there, and we don't have as much room to blend out, so I'll tap it off a little bit as I go. And then we'll bring this color down on there. And that's pretty much it for the flowers. Then we'll go in with the soft succulent for the leaves. Oh, I'm sorry that your computer's buffering, Mom. I hope it'll stop. I don't want you to miss. But you got the inside scoop, so I can show you. I can show you how to do it. Okay, and then for the leaves, we just start with the dark at the base, and then just color it out. Let that color slide out to the tips. And we'll do the same thing for all the leaves. Just dark at the base. And you want to make sure you kind of color over where the two colors meet. and then bring it out lighter to the tip. And you can repeat that as many times as you want to get the color shading that you like. And go here again, dark at the base and light as we bring it out. And if you have some variation, it's really good because that kind of mimics nature. No one leaf is going to be exactly the same and when you look at a leaf anywhere. So we'll go around both ways on this guy. And we'll come over here and grab this one. Do the same thing, get that dark color at the base. And just carry that on out to the edges. There. And then we have one more that we're going to do. Just do the little dab there. And then carry that all the way out to the end. Oops, I lied. There's one more little sleeper over here. Here we go. Get that guy. And just carry the color out. Super, super easy. Okay, and then the last thing that we'll do with our flower is we'll put some Wink of Stella. Normally I would wait until I have the card already done before I do this part, but I have one that's already dry. So, and then we'll just put Wink of Stella right there in the center. And you could actually do the leaves on this as well. I think that would be pretty too. But I just did the center for just a teeny little bit of bling. And that's the flower. So we already have, oops. All right. So I've got one that's already done over here. So we'll move that out of the way. And we'll go ahead and start our assembly, which is going to be really easy for this guy. She says until she puts something on backwards or or twist it on the wrong way. But okay, so let's see here. Go ahead and put this down first. And again, this is Moody Mauve, and it is 4 1/8 by 5 3/8. And it's going down onto our A2 card base. Let's see. Come on. Me and these teeny borders. Okay. Then we'll take our bone folder and give that a good burnish. And then we'll put down the larger scallop of the dies that we cut from the scalloped contour dies. Move that out of my way. We'll put that down there. I just like the way that scallop just pops. Okay, so for this, I just cut my foam piece to fit within the within that stitching, and then we'll stick that down in the middle. Peel that backing off. And we'll put this down right about there. That looks about right. You got to be careful with that foam because once it goes down, it is down. Now, you can die cut this piece with the adhesive sheets. I tried that, and trying to get those little pieces out with those adhesive sheets on the back, it didn't work out that great for me. So I said, this time I'm just going to use some glue and I'll put it around the back. I saved myself a ton of time doing it with glue rather than the adhesive sheet, but you may have better luck. So do what works best for you, but it didn't work out so well for me with this particular die. And it could be the user. Always leave room for user error. And I just put glue down in a few spots. Kind of leave the edges free because you want to be able to adjust it however you want to on your card front. So I didn't put glue all the way out to the edges because in most places it doesn't. It's going to hang over a little bit. So let's see what looks good. I want most of it on the card. So I think about like that looks pretty good. Yeah, maybe we'll put it up a little bit higher because we still have to stamp our happy birthday. And this is where I'll probably do this backwards because if I screw this up and make it crooked, well, if it ends up being crooked, there's a fix for that too. Okay. So I lied. We are going to use one stamp from this set in addition to, this is the flower that I put on the, this is the flower I put on the envelope, but we're going to use this sentiment for happy birthday. So we did actually end up using more than just the die in that bundle. So we'll see how we do with this sentiment. Hopefully I can get that stamped well now that my card's already done. And okay, there we go. And I did a little oopsie on the happy, but you can't really tell it. So that's good. So now what we'll do is go ahead and add our, where are we going? Yeah, we're going to add our little bling. We're going to put some blooming pearls. We're going to use these. I don't really know what color this actually is, but I thought it coordinated nicely with this particular card, the colors that I had on here. So I did that. You could even use these green ones too. That'd probably be pretty if you prefer green over pink, but we did that. And, but where do I could put that there? Yeah, well, it looks kind of silly, but it'll cover up that little overstamp, which bugs me. It probably wouldn't bug anybody else, but to each his own. And since we have that one there, I might put, I don't know, let's see. We'll try it and see. If it looks like it's too much, it'll just take it off. Yeah, it'll do. I think it's okay. All right, so there we go. That is today's project. We've got some, oh, you know what? I think I want, nah, I think it's fine. Okay, so here we go. One where we covered up our little misstamp, and the other that is just fine. Actually, I want to put on this one I think it need, oh, here we have runaway. I thought I had another little embellishment on here. Oh, I lost it again. Um, on this one, I thought I had 3 on each side, and I did. And one just ran away. So I didn't really push those down. I just kind of put them on there when I was making that one. So there you go. This is today's project. I hope that you like the project. If you do, please give me a thumbs up and let me know that you liked it, and leave a note in the comments if you have any kind of feedback. I thank you so much for stopping by. I hope you'll be back again next week. Oh, and I wanted to let you know too, I'm starting to destash. I've got a ton of stamps and paper and embellishments and everything else that I am selling at discounted prices on my website, elegantsentiments.com. Just click that little shop button and check back frequently. I only have a teeny bit of what I have posted so far, but I'll be adding stuff every week until it's out of here. So I thank you for stopping by. I hope you like the project, and I hope you have a wonderful week. And remember to live graciously. We'll see you next week at the same time. Thanks again. Bye now. Well, we've got a little computer issue here. There we go.